Hello, fellow mutants. Welcome back to another video. And in this video, I am going to be going over this story, and it relates to the Ninja Turtles, hence the background. Not this part, but how um the developers of Shredder's Revenge addresses the potential for a sequel. I love the game. I wasted no time getting that game on my Switch and PlayStation 5. Like, technically, it's the PlayStation 4 version I play on my PlayStation 5, but I'm very much tempted to buy the PlayStation 5 version just to give them more of my money because I absolutely love this game. I even thoroughly, thoroughly enjoy the what's the word? I thoroughly enjoy the game as well as the DLC levels that they or the DLC mode that they brought in, as well as like the two characters that they also added in. Which, for argument's sake, I'm not going to spoil if you guys are not sure who the new DLC level is, or what the new DLC level is, and who the new characters are based on the DLC. Like, I've played the game on my channel before. Go and watch that. I'm going to give this a read. So potential spoiler is 2022. Can't believe it's been 2 years already. In 2022, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge was released. Developed by Tribute Games, Shredder's Revenge was a love letter to the original TMNT animated series, as well as Konami classics like Turtles in Time, which I have to 1010% agree. This game was a huge critical success, and a DLC expansion was released last year. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like an immediate plan for a follow-up or more DLC. Well, that sucks. In an interview with Prankster 101 Production, narrative designer Yannick Pausi says Tribute Games would love to do more with the Ninja Turtles, but all depends on how the DLC ends up selling. What was this? So this was came out on March 25th. Okay. Quote unquote, love to do more DLC or even a sequel. And that's not something that's on the cards right now. We're a small team. So we've put out all of our efforts in the existing DLC. And it has to be successful for there to be a sequel or even new DLC. And that would depend on the fan reaction and, of course, of commercial success with the DLC. We would love to do more of it because we really love the Turtles, and fans seem to really enjoy the game, sorry. And there's still an appetite for the Turtles, so we would love to keep working in the world. But again, that depends on the fans. Pausi told Prankster 101. So the future of Shredder's Revenge. So this is where we get into the spoilers. So guys, don't want any spoilers out. If you guys either don't care or just love Ninja Turtle news and see me nerd out, then okay, never mind. Anyways, it's worth noting there were no plans for Shredder's Revenge DLC in the first place, but things changed based on the game's success. Speaking to comicbook.com, 2 years ago, Pepsi expressed an interest in bringing in characters like Jonica and Phoenix de Mello as playable characters. I would be actually like, even though like I associate Phoenix de Mello with a horrible, horrible next mutation show, I'll be able to play as her. Her and Jenica. If I'm like not really that familiar with Jenica, like I'm aware of like who she is, but not really that aware of her. I only have like limited knowledge of those two turtles. Um, when the Dimension Shell Shock DLC was released, neither character was presented. Instead, it added Miyamoto, Yusaki, and Karai. If which I love Karai and Yusaki as playable characters. If Dimension Shell Shock sells well enough to warrant more content or a sequel, it's possible Bellsy could finally get his wish to add Jenica and Venus. Again, I would so love to play as those two characters. If I had to buy those two characters, oh, you know this boy will. And you know I will. For those that have yet to play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, the game is now available on a number of platforms, including PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. The game is also available for free to play on mobile for anyone with a Netflix subscription or an Xbox for anyone with a subscription to Game Pass Core. The Dimension Soul Shock DLC is not included with either, unfortunately. So upcoming Ninja Turtle games, okay. While there's no current plans for additional Shredder's Revenge content, TMNT fans still have a lot to look forward to in the future. On October 23rd, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Wrath of the Mutants will be released to PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox platforms. The game debuted in arcades several years ago, and this will mark its first time ever being offered on the other platforms. I'm kind of curious why they didn't pull that into the Cowbone collection. Like, is it because like it's not considered as a classic game compared to like the other games that were on the Cowbone collection? Like, it didn't have it as time to breathe as like the others did. I'm curious. Anyways, later this year we will see Initial Unleashed, a video game sequel to the last year's TMNT anime movie. Last but not least, a game based on the Last Ronin is also in development, which is Last Ronin. I love the Last Ronin. It's awesome. Um, so that's really it. That's yeah, that's really it. I mean, it's cool. Like we got this, and like it teased the other games that's in development, but like I'm happy that they're not shying away from any more like potential DLC or a sequel. They're not exactly saying no, there's not going to be a sequel or any DLC. They're just saying, hey, we're waiting and see like if the DLC that we did bring to Shredder's Revenge is going to be a success. And I can respect that. I can respect that. I'd rather them wait than like put out like DLCs that aren't really good per se. I think there's a market for Jenica and Venus. Even though my knowledge on Jenica is immensely limited, and my knowledge on Venus is also limited. My only knowledge on Venus de Malo is the garbage next mutation show that came out in the late 90s. I think if they brought in those two characters, people would buy them. I would. Um, I would definitely welcome more DLCs to this game. I would even think it would be like a cool idea if they do bring out more DLCs, like brothers, like new story arcs, new levels, new arcade, like new game modes, new characters. After they're done doing the DLCs, they make a Shredder's Revenge Ultimate Pack. I will buy that, even though I have the standard version. I will buy that shit as a collectible as well. Preferably physical media, because I haven't seen any physical media for Shredder's Revenge. So I would like to own a physical copy of Shredder's Revenge. I do have the physical copy for what's it? Cowbun collection. So I prefer physical copies, so that's just me. Um like I can like say I can see um Shredder's Revenge getting a sequel. The question will be like, who's gonna be the villain? What's gonna be the story? That'd be interesting. And maybe like this sequel could still be based in the 80s era, which I think they have to anyways. The 80s version. But bring in like maybe they could bring in like Venus that way, like have a story like with her and whatever the villain was of the next mutation show. Call it like TMNT, next mutation, like being like or like I don't know if they want to call it next mutation, like then what are the synonyms for next? Maybe like the upcoming mutation wars or the upcoming mutation, the mutation next level or something like that. I don't know. We're still in that 80s cartoon, but like what if the 80s cartoon like universe, but what if the 80s cartoon had like introduced Venus de Milo? What would that have looked when it came for? I think there's like a good story to be told about that. I don't know. I might be too much of like a Nick fan right now. Like, do I need to like temper that side of me down a little bit? I don't know. Let me know. Let me know. Anyways, what do you fellow just think? Let me know. Comment section down below. You guys, have a good day. Kind of one another. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you, fellow mutants. I shall. But the, I shall talk to you, fellow mutants, later. Later, taters.